Hey everyone, I was doing some research lately and I noticed that Goose Halloween shirts were very popular this year for whatever reason. So I'm going to show you how I did that research, where it's showing that those are popular, and then I'm going to use Kittl to create a design that's different than everything out there. So I have an idea already, I'm going to share it with you, and we're going to go from there. I research to design in Kittl and then making it a PNG ready for print on demand. So let's get started and get into the internet right now, and I'll show you where I found all these designs. Alright, so here we are on Etsy. I typed in Halloween goose t-shirt. I did this after doing Halloween t-shirt. I saw some gooses on there and then I thought, why not search for Halloween goose t-shirt? And that's what I did. You can see a lot of them here. And if you have Profittree like this Etsy radar, and I can click on here, you can see that a lot of these have sold, they're in carts, they make lots of sales, and so on and so forth. This isn't a Profittree video, by the way, but I just wanted to show you that that's what it is. Here on TeePublic, I did the same thing, Halloween goose, check it out. A lot of these are selling as well. There's nothing like Profittree for this, so I can't really see if it's selling or not. Here I am on Amazon. I can see the BSRs here, so I can see if these are selling. This one got sales, but what's more impressive are these lower ones, 360,000, 562, and it's not even Halloween yet. We're about a month, more than a month away from Halloween. This isn't a goose, so that doesn't count. That's not a goose either. Let's see, Goosebumps, yes, look at that, low, low. So yes, goose, and this one's even lower, 20,000. So goose Halloween t-shirts, very popular. So what do we do with that? Now, we don't want to copy these ones. We want to come up with our own sayings, our own designs. I know in some videos I show you how to put things together that look similar, and people need to know how to do that in the beginning. And this is more advanced. Now, I don't want to go here and just make a line of ducks and put just a spooky goose, right? You could do that. You could make it in your own style. If you're at that level where you want to, try and learn how to do that, I mean, that's fine. These are doing great, and you may get a sale that way. But I want to do something that's totally different, be first to market, and do something that's not here. So I went to ChatGPT first. I typed in, give me 10 funny goose inspired Halloween sayings. Now, this isn't the best way, but it is a way to start brainstorming what's on here, like kind of maybe give you some ideas, right? So first I saw this, and then from this I'm like, oh, this is interesting. Boozy, Lucy Goosey, we heard that, but what about Boosie Goosey? So I like the two together here, Goose and Boosie. You can see my train of thought. And we got Boosie, Lucy, Goose, and then I'm like, oh, how about Boosie Goosey, right? So it agreed, Boosie Goosey is the one. So what would a Boosie Goosey be? In my mind, I'm thinking a goose that's also a ghost. So a goose covered in a sheet that looks like a ghost, and then we can put Boosie Goosey around there and maybe some bats and things like that, right? We didn't see any of those Boosie Goosey. This is a new one, right? You can see here, nobody says Boosie Goosey, goose spooky, right? Spooky goose, that's about it. No Boosie Goosey, totally new phrase on here. I'm not trying to copy anybody else. This is a brand new one. I could do like a similar layout and use similar fonts, but as far as Boosie Goosey, it's not there, right? So let me go into Kittl now, and we're going to try and create something for Boosie Goosey, totally new phrase, and hopefully, be first to market. Hopefully it's something good and something that people like, and we'll go from there. All right, so here I am on Kittl. The reason I'm using Kittl is because Kittl has a lot of good graphics. It has a lot of good fonts. It probably already has a template for Goose and Halloween and stuff like that, so I can start. I don't have to start from scratch, but I can also brainstorm with Kittl, with the new Kittl AI stuff that they have. So let's go and start a new thing here, new project. I just click that, like that. And then I'm going to pick the right size. So I think it's going to ask me, print on demand, 4,500, 5,400, boom. Next thing I'm going to do is search templates. Is there a goose Halloween? Let's see. I'm just going to search for it. This is, somebody did Goosebumps, that's funny. No, oh, I should say t-shirt. This is doing posters too. Okay, Goose Halloween t-shirt. I'm just looking for a goose that I like. And just scrolling here, I don't see one. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to AI. So this is their Kittl AI. I can explore other options that people have done. So I'm gonna just go goose this time and see what kinds of AI goose are. I am looking for like a certain kind of style. Now you could pick any style you want here. You can see they got more realistic, well, cartoony, realistic, more cartoony, right? Very cartoony here. So depending on what style you want, I'm gonna pick that. So let me search here for a little bit and just find a good goose style that I've noticed people using. This one's pretty cool. So I can either recreate this one with my own prompt or just use this image. So I'm gonna use this image right here. Very cool. Now I'm also gonna use this as a style. So if I go back into create, I'm gonna do this ChatGPT image 1 HD. I have another video where I use Kittl AI and I found out this is my favorite one, ChatGPT AI, but I can put a style on it and I wanna use this style. And I did this already, but I took a screenshot of this and put it here. You can see that's the style, that's the same one. And I'm gonna use that as the style. So when we hit your styles, I'm gonna hit this cartoon style. Great. And then now I wanna see if it can create a goose wearing a sheet. So this is my prompt. A goose wearing a sheet like a ghost costume. I want to make sure it is a goose by showing the beak of the goose, the tail, and its feet. I also want the goose to be holding a jack-o'-lantern basket like he is going trick-or-treating, have bats and stars around him. Now, I'm not the best prompt writer, but you can click this to enhance the prompt, which I'm gonna do, and it's gonna write an even better prompt. I'm not gonna read that one, but hopefully that's better. It knows the style and everything. And I'm gonna hit generate image. So it's gonna take a little while. I'm not gonna show you how long it takes. Probably gonna take a minute or two. It's not the fastest model there is, but it's also one of the best models, I think, as far as what it pumps out. So I'm willing to wait a little while for this to come out, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. All right, it's done, and you can see there it is. So it's, like I said, the beak pops out of the ghost, the tail and the feet, and it's holding jack-o'-lantern, and perfect. So I'm gonna put this here, I'm gonna put this here, and I'm gonna remove the background, first of all. That's great. And I am also going to vectorize this. So I think that will help out too. I'm noticing there's orange, black, and white. So that's 3 colors. I'm gonna do 3 colors. There we go. And I'm gonna hit vectorize. Now, this is gonna be good so that I can use it later to put it on a black t-shirt, maybe outline it a little bit. I could change some things, and it does it that fast. So I'm gonna go like this, and let's see on a black t-shirt what it looks like. As I'm picking a black t-shirt because it's Halloween. Hopefully it works. Let's see. So some of the black stuff gets out, and maybe we just do a dark gray shirt. That could be it. I could also come in here and make another one, and let's try it out. Let's see if it looks good on a white one. So anything with black, I'm gonna turn white. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Good, so let's go back. I think that's good. One thing's weird is this one right here is, shouldn't be white. That should be the background. So let me see if I can remove that and what happens when I remove it. Yeah, I can remove it. So there's the background. So nice thing about the vector thing is I can remove this, and I think this should be the background as well. Maybe even, no, not that one. So that's part of the thing here, perfect. All right, so what we need next is, let's just, oh, sometimes it does this and it won't let me click. So what I like to do is I just refresh it up here. So sorry, kiddo, I don't know why that happens and it won't let me, but there it is. Very cool. All right, so yeah, I think this one's better. I'm gonna take this one out. The next thing that I like about Kittl is I can use this smart board here and see what it looks like adding the text. So I said add the text Boozy Goosey in a fun, playful Halloween font. I'm going to use enhanced prompt again and see what it comes up with. That's great. I'm going to generate and see what this comes up with. I probably shouldn't have picked square. Well, this one is a square. Let's see. There's also the one that's taller. I may have to do that. Sometimes what happens is it cuts it off if it's too tall. This may happen here. Let's see what happens. So cool. It kind of did it, but it kind of cut it off. If you look up here, I'm going to zoom in. It kind of cut off the top here, but it redrew everything, kind of laid it out. So this isn't the vector anymore, but this Boosey Goosey is kind of cool. All right, so now that I have this, I'm going to do something. I'm going to convert this to an image. There it is. And then I'm going to remove the background. Thinking about it, good. And then I'm going to erase some of these things because I only really need the words Boosey and Goosey. So I'm going to erase some things here, like this. Whoops, too much. Let's do that again. Good. Getting in close here. Good. Got to get this right there and get this foot here. Now once I get those ones that are close to it, I can make this eraser bigger by size right here. Yeah, that'll help out. Take this out. I could make it even bigger and make it faster, but let me do that first. Okay, even bigger. Boom. Yeah, here we go. Now we got something. So there's Boosey and Goosey. And then I'm going to convert this. You can see it got cut off, so I really should have made it taller, but let's stick with this for now. And then once that's done, I'm going to vectorize it. I need at least 3 colors, so let's go 3. I have the black, this color, and that one. Vectorize it. And once it's vectorized, I can kind of clean up some of these places where it's not done. So for instance, this is straight right here. If I double click on it, I can make that a little more rounded. You see that? And that will be fine. All right, so let's grab Boosey. In fact, I'm gonna duplicate this like that, and I'm gonna grab that one. Is that both? No, I'm gonna, yeah, so I'm gonna have to get rid of this right here. Whoa, what happened? Let's do that again. Get rid of that right there. That's weird. I'm gonna restart or set this again. All right. Usually you can just come in here and delete. Okay, good. I come in here. Sometimes you gotta refresh for it to do the thing that you want it to do. There we go. Get rid of that one and that one. Boom. All right, so that's Boosey. And then double click on this to create all the things. Boom. Do that again. Get the black. Boom. Get that out. Okay, so I should just have Boosey. What's this whole thing? All right. Okay, make sure I'm gonna group that. And this whole thing. Good. Okay. So I can bring this back in here and bring this back over here. Great. Let's see, Boosey. There. And Goosey, like that. I actually like, I'm gonna have to fix that one right there. Good thing we have a pen tool now. I'm gonna put that there. And in fact, I might have to move that bat here. So let's put Boosey there. Since this is all vectors, I can come in here, just select all these vectors. Well, all these vectors, there we go. And move this guy down, like that. Oh, I think I moved it, didn't move his eyes. Whoops. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't move his eyes. Okay. Oh no, it's selecting all of it. What the heck? Okay, there we go. All right. Good, good, good. Okay, so got Boosie, and there you go, Boosie Goosey. I think that works. Let's fix up some of these things. So since we have vectors, we can come in here, double click, make this, you know, wide, and get rid of some of these things right here. Not sure why this is like this. There we go. And then get rid of this one. You get the idea. You can play around with it. Boosie Goosey right here. Oh, this one needs some help too. So I'm gonna come in here, bring in that. Or you could just draw your own. So I could come in here with my pen tool, just a fresh pen tool. Come in here and, whoops, start here and go around. This is one advantage of having the pen tool in Kittl, is that I can just come in here, and that's not the border now, that's the color. Get rid of the border, and then come in here, use the arrow tool now to kind of fix it up. Cool, that looks so much better. All right, and it should be fine. There we go. Oh, it's kind of tall, so let's move. I could also come in here and make a new orange one. Like that. Not a border, but the color, and not this color, but this color here. All right, is that the right one? Yeah, I think so. Good, right? Boosie Goosey. Pretty cool. Now, if I wanted to, I could go in and get the graphics and different things. Like I could use a different bat or some different stars if I wanted to, but I think this one's fine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna export. Oh, I'm gonna name this project Boosie Goosey. Boom. And I'm gonna download it. So, no, not all artboards, just the main one. This one right here. PNG 4500 by 5400, remove background, download, and we're off to the races. So let me show you what that looks like. There you go, Boosie Goosey. It's done. Let me show you what it looks like on a t-shirt. Let me go to merch by Amazon, or we could put it on Etsy or whatever, but I'll do merch by Amazon. All right, so here we are, merch by Amazon. I'll drag it in just so you can see that it works, and then we'll see what colors it works great on. I'm gonna pick the t-shirt here. I can size it down if it's too big, and look at the colors. I think it works good on blue. Black, it kind of gets lost, so I didn't do that. I'll have to go back and change some colors if I want to do it on black, but let's try some cranberry red. That looks great. Heather gray, that's fine. Green, yes, good. It works good on white though, so you can do that. The silver gray, maybe red, I don't know. I think more the burgundy is probably a better one, and purple, of course. So there you go. From concept to finished product using ChatGPT and Kittl and brainstorming and all of that, just by finding something that's popular but changing it up to make something original. Now, nobody else had Boosie Goosey. Is it gonna sell? We don't know, but that's why we do this, is to try something different. We know that Halloween goose designs are doing well. I wanna beat the market, or put something there that people may be looking at and it's like, oh, this is new, this is different, this is something that I think is funny, and serve it up to that audience and figure out if that's something. It's never a guarantee that we're gonna get the sales, but we definitely did something different that's not already out there for the audience that wants Halloween goose designs. So there you go, that's one way to do it. When you see kind of a trend coming and seeing like the styles and the ideas of it, but not copying exactly what they're doing. Now I could have gone on there and then the line of geese and put the same ones, but I don't want to copy them exactly. And I know some people do that, and I've done it in some of my videos before, but this one I wanted to show you the next level on how you can take that idea and do something even more different and hopefully be first to market with this idea. I know I shared it with thousands of people, so there may be a lot of copycats, but in your case where nobody's watching what you're doing, you have a better chance of getting that first to market sale and getting a lot more. So hopefully this video is really helpful for you. If you want to see another Kittl video that I did recently, I'll put that one right here, talking about all the different models for Kittl AI. There's a lot of cool ones, and of course my favorite was ChatGPT, the one that I use. Thanks again for watching, and as always, keep creating and keep learning. I'll see you on the next one.